Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome to the channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is my budget with me for March 2023, so don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. I thought I would start this video off by saying I'm actually quite anxious about March and the budget and the money that I have to live on. March is quite, or it feels like it's quite a long month, and I've had to pay out some quite big bills recently. And my side hustle income in February from things like YouTube, virtual coffees, all that kind of stuff is really reduced. So I am quite anxious about this, but let's get into the budget anyway. So this, if you're new here, is my budget planner. This is available on my Etsy store if you want to join me in transforming your finances, but let's get started. So I'm into month one again because I've just finished the last one. So, aims for the month. I think the main aim for this, and I guess this should be the same every month, but it's not. The aim for this month is to survive the month. I'm not kidding when I say I'm really anxious. Because I've been quieter on social media and on YouTube and everything because I found February quite tough. I haven't had as many Etsy orders, I've not had as many views on YouTube, I've not had as many lovely people buy me virtual coffees, and it really does make quite a significant impact in the whole budget. As much as I'd like to say that I don't rely on that kind of stuff, I really do. So yeah, so the aim for this month, and that is all it's going to be for March, is to survive the month. One-off expenses, I don't think I have any one-off expenses this month. I mean, it's really busy, don't get me wrong, and I do have some bills that are kind of new and bigger, but I don't count them in my monthly budget because I am having to track that in a very separate kind of part of my life, and that's as much as I can say in that. But the fees are ridiculous for some of these things, so yeah. But anyway, so one-off expenses, I don't think there are any because I'm not doing anything. There's no birthdays this month. Should have been our wedding anniversary, but it's not. Yeah, so nothing there particularly. My no spend aim for March is 22, and that's because, to be fair, I don't have any money anyway, so surely that should be easier because there's nothing there. So yeah, so let's move on to the actual budget season. I keep talking about the numbers for that. So I'm going to start off with the variable expenses first, and oh, they need to be lower. The problem is, and I was talking to someone else about this the other day, just kind of in Instagram DMs, and at some point there is nothing else to strip back, and then you have to look at, instead of surviving on what you have, is somehow bringing in more. So I guess one of my aims for March is to be more active or proactive in my side hustle stuff so that April's budget can be slightly less tight. That's the aim anyway. But for now we're going to sit with this. I'm going to put food at £120. So there's only me and two smaller children, although I say they're smaller, they're 7 and 5. Sometimes, some days they eat so much food, and then other days they hardly eat anything at all. So £120 though, I'll be totally honest, sounds really, really scary, and I don't really know how I'm going to do that, but I just don't have any money left. So £120 in there. Petrol, I'm going to put at £180, and hopefully that will stretch again because there's 5 kind of working weeks in March. Obviously that means that the petrol is higher because I use the car to get to work. Household, I'm going to set this at 50. Now I know I need like washing machine tablets and kind of just general stuff, but hopefully that will stretch. The cat, I was talking about these at work on Monday, and how now that I've been kind of tracking them as a separate budget, the cats actually cost me more than I thought they did. And although I'm never going to do anything with them because, you know, they are our pets, they've been amazing through some quite difficult and dark moments, and I'll do everything I can to keep them and be able to afford to pay for them. The cat's budget is also £50, there's 2 of them, and they go through 4 pouches a day plus their dried food, and the cost of cat food, both wet and dry cat food, has gone up significantly, so obviously that means that their budget also has to go up as well. Children, again, their budget is at £70 To be fair, because it's such a kind of nondescript month, I'm hoping that it will come in less than that. I don't feel like there's anything they need at the moment. I need to pay their fees for their activities, but that is it. And then eating out is going to be zero. There's no point even having that there, I can't afford it anyway. So the total for that comes to £470, and I'll be totally honest, I could do with that being lower. And I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. If anyone's got some spare money, they want to send my way. Anyway, so that's the variable expenses in the budget there. The next one I'm going to move over to is sinking funds. So if you're new here, my sinking funds are funded entirely from my side hustles because I can't do them otherwise. And like I said, my February side hustle total is ridiculously small because I just haven't had the headspace to be able to do it. And so the knock-on effect of that is that I now don't have really very much to put in sinking funds. So actually, although that's there and I'm talking about sinking funds, I'm not going to write down any numbers because I don't actually know how much I've got in there until I do the calculations once the month's over. So I'm hoping to do my sinking funds video on Friday for you guys, but it might be really short because there isn't anything to put in there. So the sinking funds are there. They're the ones I'm aiming to do this month. I've got more than that, but I can't do all of them. I'll be happy if I can do all of those, to be fair. So let's move on to the next page. So can't do those yet. So no spend day tracker. So I said there the aim is 22. I've got a nice kind of purpley pinky colour for yes and blue for no this month, so I'll colour those in as well. 22 might seem quite high, but I haven't got any money, so presumably no spend days will be easier to have when you don't have money. And yeah, we'll see. And I appreciate that some people have no spend days all the time, not through choice but through, you know, actual, that's how they live. And I'm not kind of belittling that, or I know that I'm in a privileged position to count these, although if there's no money there you can't spend it anyway, can you? And that's how I'm feeling and how my budget looks at the moment. But there we go. So I'll turn over all of these. I obviously can't fill any of this in yet. I do fill all of this in during the month. I highlight my different categories. I do check-ins at the end to see where I'm going in terms of the budget and what's left. I never tend to show them at the end because I never think people would be interested in those. So let me know if you're interested in that, and I potentially can film like a recap. I don't know if that would interest people, to be fair. Let me know in the comments below if that would interest you. Extra income, I, to be fair, could really do with figuring out how to get some more of this. This doesn't include like blog, YouTube, Etsy, all the self-employed stuff. This is things like Facebook Marketplace, eBay. Not that I've done eBay in I couldn't tell you how long, but I need to investigate some of this stuff because I just need to find it from somewhere. And then there's savings aim. I'm not even going to bother writing anything. I'm not going to be able to save anything, so there's no point in setting myself up to fail before the month has even started. And that is my March 2023 budget. I realise that that sounds a lot more negative than I intended it to be, but you know, my channel is all about honesty and integrity and being honest, and I think that it can be very misleading if you're an online kind of content creator, no matter how big or small you are, that life is wonderful all the time. And you know, life is really hard sometimes, but it's okay to say that, and it's okay to share that, so long as you continue to fight for whatever you are fighting for. So surviving the month of March on a fairly limited budget, which I could do with reducing, no spend day aim of 22. So that is my March 2023 budget for the next 31 days. Have you done your budget for March? Is it looking okay? Is it looking better than mine? I really hope it is. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.